An Asian country situated in the western part of the continent, and because of its location, this country is known as a West Asian country. The official name of the country is the State of Qatar, while the popularly used name of the country is Qatar. This Arab country is also known as a Middle East country. According to ancient history, Mesopotamia was the first civilization in this region. Again, Qatar was ruled by various empires such as the Seleucid, the Parthians, and the Sassanians, etc. The population was introduced to Islam religion in 628 AD after Muhammad, peace be upon him, was sent to the region. Later, Qatar became a pearl trading center by the 8th century. It became a British protectorate in 1916, but the country finally declared its independence on 1 September 1971. With the declaration, it became free from British Empire and became an independent Muslim country or a state on 3 September 1971. The modern era of Qatar started with the discovery of high-quality oil in 1940. During the 1950s and 1960s, increasing oil revenues brought incredible prosperity, rapid immigration, and substantial social progress. These immediate changes in every sector marked the beginning of the country's modern history. Now it occupies the small Qatar Peninsula on the northeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula in the Middle East. It shares its sole land border with Saudi Arabia to the south, and the rest of its territory is surrounded by the Persian Gulf. An inlet of the Persian Gulf named the Gulf of Bahrain separates the country from nearby Bahrain. The total area of Qatar is approximately 11,581 square kilometers, and water covers 0.8% of the total area. As it is an Arabic country, the official and national language is Arabic. On the other hand, the English language acts as a second foreign or common language in the country. Some other general information about Qatar include: the right side is applicable for driving in the country, the calling code of the country is 974, Qatari Riyal is the currency name, the demonym of the country is Qatari, and the ISO country code is QA. Qatar is a small country with monotonous landscapes. The landscape of the country consists of mainly deserts, and it does not have a single forest. Most of the country consists of low-lying deserts, flat and barren plains covered with sand. The inland sea is located to the southeast of the country. The highest point in Qatar is Qurain Abu al-Bawl at 103 meters in the Jabal Dukhan to the west. This area also contains the main onshore oil deposits of the country. The weather of the country remains very hot mostly, though the country has a mild winter season and a humid summer season. Though Qatar is a country with a great diversity of religious beliefs, this is officially a Muslim country. The official religion of the country is Islam, where 65.5% of people are Muslims. Besides, 15.1% of people follow Hinduism, 14.2% of people 3.3% of people are Buddhist, and 1.9% of people follow other religions. The total population of Qatar was 2.6 million in early 2017, where 3,13,000 of them are Qatari citizens, and the rest of the 2.3 million are expatriates. The capital city of Qatar is Doha, and it is also the largest city in the country. This city is home to over 80% of the country's inhabitants. Qatar is officially a semi-constitutional monarchy, but it has been widely ruled as an absolute monarchy by the House of Thani since 1825. It adopted a constitution in 2003 that provided for the direct election of 30 of the 45 members of a legislature. It held its first national election in 2021. According to the Constitution of Qatar, the Amir holds nearly all executive, legislative, and judiciary authority. He has the exclusive power to appoint the Prime Minister and Cabinet Ministers. Qatar has been divided into 8 municipalities. Further, the municipalities are subdivided into 98 zones, which are again subdivided into blocks to improve domestic welfare. As per the Constitution of Qatar, Sharia law is the main source of Qatari legislation, but practically Qatar's legal system is a mixture of civil law and Sharia law. Sharia law is mainly applied to family law, inheritance, and several criminal acts like adultery, robbery, alcohol consumption, and murder, etc. Though alcohol consumption is allowed for non-Muslims, Muslims are not allowed to consume alcohol. Judicial corporal punishment is a punishment in Qatar. Flogging and stoning are legal punishments here. Homosexuality is a crime punishable by the death penalty in Qatar. Islamic polygyny is permitted in the country. Culturally, Qatar is similar to the other Eastern Arabian countries and it is highly influenced by Islam. The Doha Cultural Festival is one of the well-known cultural activities are organized annually. The main aim of the festival is to spread the culture of the country not only inside but also outside of the country. Similarly, Qatar is rich in arts and literature. It is the world's biggest buyer in the arts market by value. Again, the literature of the country is based on written poetry, short story, and novel. The music of the country is based on Bedouin poetry, song, and dance. One of the traditional dance forms named Ardah is performed every Friday afternoon in Doha. In addition, TV broadcasting in Qatar was started in 1970 and now it has a globally expanding media group named Al Jazeera Media Network headquarters in Doha. In regards to the development level of information and communication technologies, it is the highest ranked Middle Eastern country in the world. As per the reports of the Human Development Index, Qatar is a developed country that ranks 42 out of 189 countries. Once more, it has been ranked the world's safest country by a Numbeo Crime Index of 142 countries. It also ranks first in the MENA region and 23rd in the world in the Global Peace Index. However, Qatar has the world's fastest growing major economy. This country has the 4th highest GDP per capita in the world, the 11th highest GNI per capita, and the 3rd highest HDI in the Arab world. It won the right to host the 2022 FIFA World Cup in 2010, which also expanded investment and development in the country. Moreover, Qatar became the first Arab and Muslim majority country to host the tournament and the third Asian country to host the event following the 2002 FIFA World Cup in Japan and South Korea. Apart from FIFA World Cup, it hosted the 2006 Asian Games and will also host the 2030 Asian Games. Surprisingly, the economic growth of Qatar is the fastest growing in the world during this decade. The basis of this growth lies in the exploitation of natural gas in the North Field during the 1990s. Concurrently, the population of Qatar tripled between 2001 and 2011, mostly due to an influx of foreigners. Even Qatar has a high-income economy backed by the world's third largest natural gas reserves and oil reserves. It is one of the world's largest exporters of liquefied natural gas and the world's largest emitter of carbon dioxide per capita. It also establishes advanced healthcare and education system for the betterment of its citizens. Currently, Qatar is flourishing in the tourism industry rapidly. In fact, it is one of the fastest growing countries in the field of the tourism sector. In 2017, more than 2.3 million foreign tourists visited the country. The recent visa facilitation of Qatar allows nationals of 88 countries to enter visa-free and free of charge. Day by day, communication and transportation in Qatar is getting better and smoother, especially in the airways. Qatar Airways is one of the largest airlines in the world that serves 6 continents, connecting more than 160 destinations every day. It has won Airline of the Year for many years and employs more than 46,000 people. Additionally, the name of the military force of Qatar is the Qatar Armed Forces. The country maintains a modest military force of approximately 11,800 men, where 8,500 are Army, 1,800 are Navy, and 1,500 are Air Force personnel. It plays an active role in the collective defense efforts of the Gulf Cooperation Council. Qatar has maintained a strong relationship with many other countries such as China, Iran, Turkey, and the United States. Particularly, it has a good friendship with Turkey and Iran in terms of economic and military. Also, it has a tie with several Islamist movements in the Middle East, such as the Muslim Brotherhood. Oppositely, the role of Qatar during the Arab Spring worsened tensions with neighboring Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain. As a result, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Egypt, and Yemen cut off diplomatic ties with Qatar in 2017. Later, the diplomatic crisis ended in January 2021. In conclusion, it has to be admitted that the economy of Qatar quickly grew in the 2000s. Now it has appeared as a regional power in the Arab world through its resource wealth. Thereby, it is hopeful that Qatar will be one of the prominent countries of Asia as well as of the whole world, and no other nation can deny or neglect the impact of Qatar certainly. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Assalamu alaikum.